Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am CS the Viking Gamer. Last week, we painted some barricades. Today, scatter terrain. So today we're going to be coating everything with a base of gray cere. Then we're going to be using Balthazar Gold, Auric Armor Gold, and then for our contrast paints we're going to go Skeleton Horde, Agrax Dunes, Black Templar, Basilicum Grey. I'm really bad with pronunciations, so Achillean Green, or Achillean? I don't know, some kind of green, Aethermatic Blue, and then we're going to finish it off with Null Oil and Agrax Earthshade.
So after coating everything with a base of gray cere, we moved on to a all-over coat with Basilicum Grey. Now this is going to cover everything that is going to be the stone of the sarcophagus, but not the stones around the sarcophagus. Those are going to be painted with a different color. I'm not being overly careful with some of the detailing areas because the layer paints that are going to be used for the details are going to cover up any spillover. Areas that are going to be naturally shadowed, like the inside of this open casket, are going to receive a much heavier coating. This will help lend to the shadow effect later on, especially after it gets coated with a wash. Once that was dried, I grabbed Agros Dunes and touched up any areas around the outside of the model that were going to be loose pebbles, stones, and rubble or debris. Right now they have a very stark contrast to the rest of the model, but this is going to change later once we go over it with another color. Once that was done, we grabbed some more gray cere paint and did some light touch-ups around the skeleton. This is so that when we do the actual painting of the skeleton, we don't have any random color splotches, and it'll be a uniform color throughout. Once that's dry, we're going to grab our skeleton horde, and anything that is bone is getting a coating of the skeletal horde. Now these may not look that deep right now, but once they get a wash with Agrax Earthshade, they'll darken up considerably. Now since these skulls in the little outcroppings aren't going to have a whole lot of room for extra wash, they got a second coat. And now all of the inside of these paneling sections is going to get a coating of Balthazar gold. This is going to have a nice effect to it once it fully dries. Up close it'll have that nice gold copper sheen, but from even a slight distance it'll look like almost wood paneling. So this is going to give the nice effect of being able to enjoy the visual of the model from multiple distances, but only using one style of paint. Okay, and once that's dried, we go over the inner trim with Auric Armor Gold. And I'm reasonably sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but in all honesty, I'm not sure how it's pronounced to begin with. And the gold is going to be coated on all of these kind of middle panel sections. And we're also going to touch the archways and bases of each of these little outcroppings. This is going to help lighten up a lot of the build, considering that we're using a lot of darker colors. It'll also help to draw the eye to more detail-oriented places of the model, rather than just looking at a gray stone. And now for each of the pillars on the outcropping, we're going to coat them with a fairly heavy coating of the Black Templar. This will give it a very deep color and help really bring out the gold contrast. So, the model itself had a couple of these vases or pots. I liked the idea that they were leftover pottery or ceremonial vases that were left in the casket. So 2 of them got a coating of aethermatic blue, and the other 2 got a coating of the Achelan green. Now that all the major colors are finished, we're going to go over all of the gold and kind of copperish looking sections with null oil. This will help darken up the shadows without infringing on the shine of the gold or the overall appearance of the model. And now all of the skeletons and the skulls get a coating of Agrax Earthshade. And like I said, the Earthshade wash really helps the skeleton figures really pop out and come to life. So now the rest of the model, anything that is the sarcophagus itself or any of the major stonework and even the pebbles and stones around the sides, all get a coating of Agrax Earthshade. For the stones around the outside of the piece, the Earthshade will really help to give accent colors without having to do a whole lot of detail work and without any real dry brushing. And here we have the finished pieces. So everyone, thank you for tuning in and watching today's episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future content. We will be releasing new painting videos and possibly some terrain videos in the future every Tuesday. This is CS the Viking Gamer signing off. Remember, victory or Valhalla.